I'm a little bit pressed for time, so I'm going to go through this video quickly, but I'm also going to go over this in class, which is we're going to start learning about parallel and perpendicular lines. These lines are parallel. In other words, they're never going to touch. So even if I zoom out, they're going to go infinitely without ever crossing. So if you look over to the left of the screen, you can see y equals 2x plus 4, y is equal to 2x plus 0. The slopes are the same. They're rising the same amount, they're running the same amount. They're never going to touch. They're parallel lines. So all lines that are parallel have the same slopes. So let's look at an example problem. And again, I'm rushing through this, but I'm going to introduce this to you in class. Or by the time you see this video, I will have introduced it to you, so to help you understand. What is the equation of a line that is parallel to a line with the equation y equals 2x plus 4 and goes through point 1, 2? So it's going through a different point, but it's rising and running the same amount as this line. So it's rising 2 and it's running 1. In other words, it's going up 2 for every 1 that it goes over in the positive direction on the x-axis. So that means our new line that we're trying to find the equation of has the same slope. And now we're going to do the process that we practiced last class, which is trying to find the y-intercept. It's a line that's parallel to this one, but it has a different y-intercept. But we do have this information. We do know that it goes through point 1, 2. So we're going to take our old equation, the point slope, the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, which we know by heart by now. And now we're going to plug in our points. We're going to plug in our y, we're going to plug in our x, we're going to plug in our slope, and then we're going to solve for b, and we're going to rewrite our equation of the new line. Not y. I'm going to put in my 2 for y. I'm plugging it in because I'm trying to find out what b is. So 2 equals our slope, which is 2, times our x, which is 1, plus b, and 2 times 1 is 2. And we find out that, subtract 2 on both sides, we find out that our new y-intercept is 0. So this line has the same slope, and the proper way that you would write this new line is just writing y is equal to 2x, because 2x plus 0 is just equal to 2x. So for lines that are perpendicular, in other words, they cross, forming 4 90-degree angles, to find the slope of a line that's perpendicular to another one, you're going to use the negative reciprocal of the slope of the original line. So if we're trying to find a line, the slope of a line that's perpendicular to 2 over 1 as the slope, then we're going to use negative 1 over 2 as our slope. Negative reciprocal. The negative reciprocal. And there we go. As you can see, it's perpendicular. We have 4 90-degree angles. Let's run through a quick example problem. And here it is. So what is the equation of a line that passes through point 42? Let me fix that. I made an error. What is the equation of a line that passes through point 42 and is perpendicular to a line with the equation of y is equal to 8x minus 4? First, ask yourselves, what's the slope? Well, we're trying to find a perpendicular line. So what's the negative reciprocal of 8? This is our original line, and we're trying to find a line that's perpendicular to this one. The negative reciprocal. In other words, switch up your numerator and your denominator. Just trade them up. So 1 is our denominator, we're going to make it our numerator. 8 is our numerator, we're going to make it our denominator, and change the sign, the negative reciprocal. This is the slope of our new line. M is equal to negative 1 over 8. Now we run through the process that we're pretty familiar with by now. At least I think we are. Solving for b. Now I'm going to put in 2 for y. I'm going to put in 4 for x. I'm going to put in my new slope. And I'm going to try to figure out what b is. I'm going to go ahead and multiply 4 over 1 times negative 1 over 8, and I wind up getting negative 4 over 8, which is equal to negative 1 over 2, or negative a half. And now we're looking at this, and if we take 1/2 away from 2, what do you get? Well, let's find the common denominator. Remember, this is over 1. So I'm going to multiply 2 over 2, and I wind up with 4 over 2 is equal to negative 1/2 plus b. I'm going to add 1/2 to both sides, okay? And I'm going to wind up with b being equal to 5/2. Now I can rewrite my equation with my new slope and my new y-intercept.